tonight, and we are hoping this is not a preview of anything to come for us.
Yeah, but all eyes are on the opening round of the Masters tomorrow. Mikel, let's check in now and find out the timing of all this for us.
Well, that's right, guys. Thankfully, our severe threat is looking a lot lower than what they saw in portions of Texas and Louisiana for today. So that's one positive in the forecast. We are mainly watching out, though, for the possibility of some heavy rainfall, especially for areas kind of south of Augusta, it looks like right now. Could see those accumulations closer to about 3 inches. And then outside of any thunderstorms that we could see tonight and tomorrow morning, we're looking at wind gusts around 30 to 40 miles an hour, just the general wind field with this system that's moving in. So as far as that severe outlook, as I mentioned, it has went down since yesterday. So we're looking at a marginal risk for most of the area now versus that slight risk that we had yesterday. So a level 1 risk now versus that level 2 that was in place yesterday. So again, gusty winds and rainfall, heavy rainfall, the main threats that we're kind of watching out for. That severe threat very low for tonight into tomorrow morning. Here's a look at the current setup. You can see a shield of rainfall pushing through portions of Alabama, the Gulf Coast of Florida, and also getting into Georgia as well, and now pushing into our area. So a closer look at the CSRA does show just some widespread light rainfall now, just continuing to work into the region. We are expecting the intensity of rainfall, though, to pick up as we do head through tonight. So here's one model solution of how things could play out. This is our in-house graph model, and it does show just a continuation of some on and off periods of moderate to heavy rainfall across the area, but again, favoring a lot of that heavier rainfall kind of south of Augusta. So that would be a best case scenario in terms of not having too much of an impact to the Augusta National Golf Club for those golfers tomorrow, making that course a little bit harder to play. As we do continue, though, towards the later part of your morning tomorrow, and especially by midday and thereafter, we're looking a lot drier, but still the potential for an isolated shower will linger as that main cold front continues to work through the area. So you can see that doesn't really fully clear the region until a little bit later into our Thursday. So we'll keep that chance for some clouds and rainfall through portions of Thursday afternoon, but just limiting that storm threat a lot after about 10 a.m. and that severe threat pretty much comes to an end also just before midday. As we head towards Friday, though, you can see things dry out nicely. We're going to stay very windy, though, still looking at wind gusts 30 to 35 miles an hour, and we'll see those temperatures on the cooler side really struggling to get towards those low 70s. As far as looking at comparing rainfall totals, we've seen some big improvements with the HER. This model right here definitely has went down with those rainfall totals, and for our graph model, which I just showed you, that hour-by-hour forecast, you can see it does favor those heavier rainfall totals south of Augusta. So if this does play out, that would be kind of the best case scenario to prevent that course from starting to play a little bit longer. We have seen our flood risk also come down, it looks like now, with that latest update only including that slight risk down towards the southern and western tip of the CSRA. So some improvements in the forecast, it looks like, but still expecting the potential for some at least moderate rainfall and definitely gusty winds heading through your day tomorrow. And that flash flood risk does continue at least through about midday into the early afternoon for your Thursday. But here's a look at wind speeds getting into Thursday and Friday. You can see wind gusts do remain above 30 pretty much all day tomorrow, and then again around Friday we're hovering near and just above 30 miles an hour. And we do have a wind advisory that goes into effect now through tomorrow evening, actually, across the area. So we're going to have to continue to deal with those breezier conditions through Thursday, and then again could possibly see a wind advisory for our Friday. But all these changes being driven by a big dip in our jet stream moving in right now, so that's going to provide us with those cooler temperatures Friday. But getting into the weekend, we see our upper level ridge build back in, which is great just in time for round 3 and 4 of the Masters. And we're going to have some of the best weekend forecasts that we've had in a long time for the Masters here coming in for round 3 and 4. So looking pretty good by the weekend, a lot drier, less windier, but it is going to be pretty wet for tomorrow morning, and then we'll have to deal with that wind Thursday and Friday.
Mikel, thanks. Whether you're a visitor